Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Take it on the run, on the run, on the run. Hear them calling you and me, every son of liberty. Hurry right away, no delay, go today. Make your daddy glad to have had such a lad. Tell your sweetheart not to pine, to be proud her boy's in line. Over there, send the word over there, that the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming, the drums coming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer, send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over there, over there, over there. Send the word over there, that the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming, the drums coming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer, send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over there. Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Johnny, show the Hun you're a son of a gun. Hoist the flag and let her fly. Yankee Doodle, do or die. Pack your little kit, show your grit, do your bit. Yankees to the ranks, from the towns and the tanks. Make your mother proud of you, and the old red, white, and blue. Over there, send the word over there, that the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming, the drums coming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer, send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over.
Chapter 30. World War I. Introduction. In this chapter you will learn why and how the country got involved in World War I. It wasn't called World War I at the time, by the way. It was called the Great War, because nobody had ever seen a war so big. And of course nobody knew, or could have known, that it would be the precursor to an even bigger war only 20 years later, World War II. World War I was the most horrific war in history up till then. It happened mostly in Europe. Why would the Americans get involved in such a tragedy so far away from their shores? Doing so went against everything in American history and experience, which had been up till then about establishing and maintaining American independence. Americans not only wanted to be left alone, they also didn't want any European powers butting into anybody's business in the entire Western Hemisphere, not just their part of it. That's why James Monroe had laid down that famous Monroe Doctrine back in 1823. Even before that, President Washington, whose every thought, word, and deed established a precedent for the country's future, had clearly and specifically warned against entangling alliances, as he put it, with European powers. Putting boots on the ground to save some European countries from domination by other European countries was about as entangling an alliance as anybody could imagine in 1915. President Wilson had proudly campaigned in 1916 on the fact that for 3 years he had kept the country out of the Great War raging in Europe. He pledged to continue to do so. Yet within a year he had to go back on that pledge, and had committed U.S. military forces to that war. In this lecture you will learn how and why he didn't think he had a choice. Next you will learn how and why a lot of people on both sides of the Atlantic expected the Germans to win the Great War, and on what basis President Wilson made his appeal to the American people to forestall that outcome. There were plenty of Americans who would not at all have minded if the Germans won that war, and even more who thought the war was none of our business in any case. Let the Europeans fight it out among themselves, they said. From a strategic point of view, the fact was that a German victory seemed all but inevitable by the time President Wilson decided to make his case for the United States' involvement in the war, and critics of U.S. involvement were, additionally, making a convincing argument that American involvement was only another scheme of the robber baron bankers and industrialists to make some fast money in the war industries business. They didn't actually care who won, so getting into the war overseas created that unnecessary evil at home, no matter how righteous the cause or likely the victory overseas. How did President Wilson overcome these objections? You will be surprised how modern his answer was, in fact, and his methodology was, in answering this objection. Then, after he had the public sentiment finally in his corner, how did Wilson so quickly put the national economy on a war footing? He had less than a year to sell the war to the American people, raise, train, and equip an army to be sent overseas, equip it with weapons and ammunition, build enough additional transport ships to get it across the stormy Atlantic Ocean, and get it into position to assist the desperate French and British allies withstand the coming tide of seasoned, battle-hardened German soldiers about to descend upon them like an avenging angel. All of these preparations had to be accomplished before the first American soldier fired a shot at the enemy. Such a feat of mobilization had never been attempted. How did Wilson achieve it? You will learn all the details. And, once the soldiers got to France, they had to be used in the most expeditious way to make their influence decisive in the outcome of the war. But the American allies, whom the Americans came to serve, the French and the British, jealously guarded their prerogatives of command. How did Wilson's commanders, who went with his expeditionary force, overcome that problem? And, once the American doughboys, as they were affectionately called, got the upper hand on the Germans, how did their commanders, together with the Allies, snatch victory from the jaws of defeat so quickly and so decisively that the Germans surrendered without actually being pushed back to Germany? You will learn the secret of the Americans' successful battle strategy. Even after hostilities concluded, however, Woodrow Wilson wasn't done fighting. He still had to win the peace. What exactly did Wilson have in mind at the Paris Peace Conference, where the Allies assembled to basically redraw the map of the world after the Great War? You will learn all the details, as well as how well Wilson was able to sell his vision of a new post-war world order to the American people when he got home, a vision which he said would make the world safe for democracy, so that the country would never again be involved in another such tragedy as the Great War had turned out to be. Did Wilson's idealism, and the reaction of the American people to it, lay the foundation for the country's foreign policy in the modern age? That's an excellent term paper topic for you. This lecture will help you answer that question, and your knowledge on the topic will continue to grow as we proceed into the rest of the 20th century.